Okay, so here's design scenario number two. An investment firm is headquartered in Los Angeles and it's in the process of opening up another office in San Francisco. And it wants to be able to securely communicate between both offices. So, what type of physical topology are we going to recommend? So, they didn't give us all the information, but let's assume if this company wants to do secure communications and its network is going to be spanning from Los Angeles to San Francisco, we must assume that they have some money and it's a fairly large corporation. And we really have a couple of different options. And so our first option is going to be a simple point to point, where we have a single line coming from the first router all the way to the other router where it is a secure leased line. However, there's an issue with just doing a single line. Remember that we're going to have a single point of failure if we do that. And we don't want to have a single point of failure. In fact, we want to probably have some sort of redundancy built into place, because if we have our headquarters in Los Angeles and we have a satellite office in San Francisco, we're going to assume that they're probably going to communicate back and forth on a daily basis and on a regular basis. And if we have any sort of downtime, it's going to hinder the business. So we could do a point to point, but it's going to make a lot more sense if we do a mesh where we have two redundant lines. So if one of the lines goes down, at least the other one is up and running and they can still communicate. So we're going to have a secure leased line. We're not going to be using a public line. We're going to go to an internet service provider and say, hey, look, I need to get a secure line from one firm location to the other one, and I'm located in Los Angeles, and I need this one to go to San Francisco, so what can you offer me? And they're going to say, well, we can do a point-to-point or we can do a mesh. What do you want? And, if we want it to be secure, if we want to have redundancy, if we want to have fault tolerance, and if we don't want to have downtime, then we're going to want to go with not the point-to-point, we're going to want to do a mesh between these two different lines. And we're going to pay a little bit of extra money, but for that extra money, you know what? We're going to have a lot more availability and uptime than if we only had one line and it went down. So, simple scenario here, two different options, just got to pick the one that best fits.